This legislation builds on the previous work that we did last fall, which included a letter with over 150 House members to President Biden advocating for the rights of our constituents to purchase whatever vehicles they so choose. Unfortunately, we never received a response from the administration. To me, this signals that the administration is not prioritizing the rights of consumers in their deliberations. Without repeating the same points as my co-leaders on this legislation, I cannot emphasize enough that California's efforts to ban the sale of internal combustion engine vehicles will have national implications. It will, as stated by others, will increase costs for Americans and add to greater instability for an already strained electric grid. Mr. Deputy Administrator, since the President did not respond to our concerns that we outlined in our letter last year, and your written testimony doesn't indicate any specific stance on the bill, do you know, is the administration opposed to this legislation?
I don't know, because the administration has not taken a position yet on the legislation.
Did the administration forward the letter on to the EPA?
I don't know. I'm not calling up to mind that particular letter.
If you get back to me on that, I'd like to know if the EPA, received that letter from the president then to work on. Because when Congress first wrote Title II of the Clean Air Act, do you believe it was the Congress's intent to allow one state to have the ability to implement a de facto national mandate on what specific vehicle consumers could purchase?
I believe what Congress intended to do was to give states the option of adopting California standards if EPA granted a waiver for those standards. And of course,
I'm sorry, could you speak in the microphone? There we go.
I'm sorry.
But you said that you believe it was what?
I believe that the intent. I believe the intention of Congress was to give states the option after EPA granted waivers, a waiver to California, to adopt California standards as appropriate to address the air quality problems within their states.
But, and again, though, in this situation, could it be a de facto national mandate when you look at the size of California, especially the states around it, what it could do to other states having to then adhere to what California is doing?
Well, sir, the mechanism under the Clean Air Act is for states to exercise their option to choose to adopt California standards.
Well, because our time is short here, but again, if California do it, it could be in a situation that would be almost a de facto mandate on the other states. Let me move on because I've run out of time here. And again, as you've already heard, in order to move on to an all-EV fleet, which is what California wants to pose on the entire country, the U.S. Energy Information Administration has stated that the United States will need to generate at least 50% more electricity. Now, again, when EPA starts reviewing things, do you look at what EIA says is that we're going to have 50% more energy generation by that point in time? And because I know when I've talked to the electric co-op associations, they're saying that the amount is over 50%. So, and it also has also been pointed by other members, how much does EPA look at then that on generation alone? Do you look at the statistics out there that we could be having brownouts, blackouts across the country? And even last September, when the governor of California just recently said they wanted to go to this EV mandate, that almost following weekend they had a heat wave where everyone was supposed to turn up their air conditioners and then not plug in their cars.
Hello, friends. Relief is being expanded to more Americans as the cost of living continues to impact millions of low-income households. New groups of lawmakers are working hard on making direct relief available to more families and seniors. Right now, several states are already on course for payments to be sent out this year. My dearest friends, please do me a big favor and watch until the end of this video for more details. Also, tomorrow, I will be announcing several winners for the Walmart gift card giveaway. If you'd like to enter the weekly giveaway, friends, please click and like several on my videos and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you watch and then comment on, friends, the greater your chances of winning the giveaways. In March 2020, the American economy went into full shutdown mode in response to the crisis, and nearly immediately the United States government implemented a series of stimulus package in an effort to support businesses and consumers. However, there are still many states and cities that have already approved new relief plans for their residents. Because of these increases in the cost of living, those who are on fixed incomes have had a very difficult few years. But many lawmakers say that there is a way to lend seniors a hand. That is a program that already exists to provide them with modest financial relief. Pennsylvania's property tax and rent rebate program provides a rebate check to eligible Pennsylvanians age 65 and older, widows and widowers age 50 and older, and adults with disabilities. To qualify for this rebate, the upper income limit is $35,000 a year for homeowners and $15,000 a year for renters, and half of Social Security income is excluded. The rebate amount for qualified homeowners range from $250 to $975, depending on the area of residence and income level. The amount for renters is $500 or $650. Because the rebate amount has not been adjusted for inflation in recent years, the value of the rebate is shrinking compared to household expenses. And because the upper income limit has not been adjusted for inflation, the number of households who will receive the rebate has dropped year after year. Governor Josh Shapiro and some members of the Pennsylvania General Assembly have proposed that the state help older adults by permanently increasing and expanding the program in the state of Pennsylvania. The proposal, which has garnered bipartisan support, would increase the maximum eligibility income limits for the property tax or rent rebate program for both homeowners and renters. This would allow an additional 175,000 Pennsylvania residents to apply for the program. Distribution of special tax rebates is also targeted for September for more than 2.5 million residents of Minnesota's who qualify. The one-time rebates are $260 per person, maxing out at $1,300 for a family of 5. The rebates go to single filers who made less than $75,000 in adjusted gross income in 2021, or married filers who earned twice that. The $1.1 billion rebate uses a portion of the state's budget surplus. The Department of Revenue will base payments off of the adjusted gross income on 2021 tax forms. So most taxpayers will not have to do anything but watch their bank accounts or mailboxes. But friends, if you didn't file a 2021 tax return and you are a resident in Minnesota, you will not be eligible. Now, friends, House Republicans were not able to convince the two-thirds majority that they needed to overturn President Biden's veto of a resolution. It would have stopped the cancellation of up to $20,000 of a borrower's student debt. The 221 to 206 vote on attempt to overturn Biden's veto of a Congressional Review Act resolution to end the president's debt relief plan has officially come to an end. Beating Biden's veto would have required two-thirds support in the House and the Senate, both of which passed the original resolution. Earlier this year, the Government Accountability Office found Biden's student loan forgiveness plan was subject to the Congressional Review Act, which lets Congress suspend actions taken by the president. So Republicans jumped on the opportunity, quickly introducing a measure in the House attempting to stop the student debt relief. But in May, the House passed a resolution 218 to 203 with the support of all Republicans and 2 Democrats, Representatives Jared Golden and Marie Perez. Shortly after, the Senate passed a resolution 52 to 46 with Democratic Senators John Tester, Joe Manchin, and Kristen Sinema joining Republicans in striking down the plan. Biden said when we signed the veto on the resolution, "Let me make something really clear. I'm never going to apologize for helping working and middle-class Americans as they recover from the crisis. Never." So right now, Biden's student debt relief plan faces a significant hurdle, which is a conservative majority Supreme Court, which may rule on the proposal very soon. So, dear friends, what are your thoughts about President Biden's student loan forgiveness plan? Please let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. Well, my awesome and most amazing friends, that is the end of my daily stimulus update video for this Thursday. My dearest friends, thank you so very, very much for joining me here and for being part of this community. To say thank you and to show my appreciation, I will be announcing several winners tomorrow for the Walmart gift card giveaway. To enter the giveaway, friends, please click and like several of my videos and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you comment on, friends, the greater your chances of winning the giveaways. Thank you and have a wonderful and very blessed Thursday.